Return to the origin of the human race by heading to this heritage site in Johannesburg. Home to expertly preserved fossil-bearing caves, the cradle humankind boasts a record of human evolution spanning 4 million years. A whopping 40% of the world's known human ancestor fossils can be found here. So if you want to get back to your roots, head to the cradle of humankind. Today it's two elephants who go head to head, so it's the grass that will suffer here and Imperial Wanderers as the Tshwane Spartans head on south of the Yukske River to take on the defending champions, the Jozi Stars, who are 0 from 5.
Tail is the call by Henrik. It's come down to...
Is it tail?
Yes, the Spartans batting first here today, of course, and looking at that side, they want to get a good run here today because they still have every chance of making the qualifiers.
Yeah, the Spartans are just gathering a bit of momentum now, and Dean Elgar at the top with Tinus de Bruin. AB de Villiers is yet to fire as well. They've got very good bowlers, so you're looking at that 11. There's a lot of balance to it, and there's a lot of power as well. But we've just seen in the Mzansi Super League, you need to have a good middle game. So the middle order, if you lose some wickets in the power play, are really the engine room, and maybe one or two all-rounders that can come into the game and maybe, like Chris Morris does, try and finish it off.
Right, Dane Pitt, Jozi Stars, very interesting single change made for them.
Two changes actually, Lazard Williams in for Ryan Rickelton that misses out, and Jacques Snyman, a debutant, plays for the Knights, off spinner and whacks it a mile. So interesting changes. I like the look of Lazard coming in, he'll add extra pace.
This has been an absolute beauty of a pitch. I know that Henrik then just said that he thought it was going to be a bit too paced. I don't think so. I think this is an absolute belter. There's always runs here at the Highveld. The ball flies absolutely so far. I can see a big score here. Don't know who's going to win though.
And the crowd getting behind the home side. They need the support. They need a spark. They need something special. And it's time. Look at the wickets. And in the air and caught. Driving in the air at short cover, which might tell you about the pace of the pitch.
Yeah, I mentioned that it might be too paced, and that looked like it was. A couple of balls that got through quite nicely, and that one looked like it just stopped a little bit on Tinus de Bruin. Trying to drive the ball on the up. Difficult shot on this particular wicket. Tinus de Bruin has to go. You'll be disappointed with that. There you go, just playing a touch early, stuck in the pitch. Pretty simple catch at cover. And this is a good start for the Jozi Stars. Exactly what they wanted to get themselves back in this competition. 3 for 1.
Played away in the air to the left-hand side of Chris Gale. Backing away, taking the chance of going over the top on the offside, and it comes good. Got him. Clearing away that front leg and swinging, and in the end, Olivier has the last laugh.
Yeah, fantastic delivery. Dean Elgar again, trying to go over the offside. A little bit of shape back into him. This is a good length, good line. It was a slow ball as well. Well bowled that, did him in the flight. Field, very, very good bowling. The bouncer followed up by a very, very good slow ball, and out has Dean Elgar, 25 for 2.
Into the attack.
Yeah! An appeal, and Aludin Palikele says that's adjacent. Rolf van der Merwe, you're on your way.
Experiment failed. Spartans decided to send up a pinch hitter. He tries to go for the short boundary. And Dane, it's another good wicket for the home side.
Yeah, brilliant wicket again for the Jozi Stars. An experienced T20 bowler in Aaron Pangiso. Again, pace off. Not allowing any pace for Rolf van der Merwe to get under it, as we can see here. I think that's a very good decision by Aludin Palika. Another wicket for the Jozi Stars as Rolf van der Merwe goes for 5 of 12 balls in the Tshwane Spartans, 35 for 3.
Has he taken it? You bet he has. He's a fantastic fielder, Aaron Pangiso.
The anticipation here is excellent. because you know with Klassen he's going to sit back in his crease, and he times it so well. He's disappointed because he thinks he's got one straight down the ground. Look at his anticipation. He knows where it's going. What a catch.
Great catch. Pangiso really good off his own bowling. Just slightly short of a length and just stopping in the pitch, and then him chipping it straight back to the bowler. Klassen goes for 10. The Tshwane Spartans 47 for 4.
Skied. Top edge over the top of the keeper's head and 4. Just trying the sweep again, and a little bit of luck going the way of Spartans, racing down and eventually down the hill. Good connection out to the crowd, and this is a big over.
That's what he can bring, Pite, and he can hit it a very, very long way. This has come out the screws.
Skied it. It's gone over the keeper's head again. More luck going the way this time around for the maximum. Well played. Good innovation across his stumps and taking it from outside the off stump to the leg side. 100 up.
Oh, slapped away. Slapped away. This is when we may see a little bit of a AB de Villiers masterclass. Out! Big wicket, went round the wicket as well. Clever from Dan Christian. Slower delivery. And it's the end of Van Biljon.
Smart piece of bowling by Dan Christian, coming around the wicket, bringing the whole offside field up, making him hit to the long boundary. Clever piece of bowling, dislodging the middle and leg stump. Again, bowling the slower ball, skidding onto the stumps. Smart piece of bowling. Dan Christian in his 300th game, getting Pite van Biljon out there.
110 for 5.
Stand and watch. Big boundary on. It's not big enough. The boundary. Massive 6 again. I'd say it was a wide. I'll tell you what that is. He's not got enough of it, I don't think. Ouch. So the end of de Villiers.
Yeah, great knock, AB de Villiers. He's disappointed. That was in his zone. To clear the boundary again. Didn't quite get enough. Looking at the bottom of the bat. Not happy. He felt he should have hit this out the ground. He probably should have. Got it a bit high. Pretty simple catch out in the deep. Taken well. And it's a big wicket. Albeit only 4 balls left in the innings. Big wicket because he can destroy you. 148 for 6.
Top edge. Christopher Henry is chasing it. Boundary finish. So disappointment for Dan Christian. But a boundary to finish and a good score for the visitors. 155 for 6. Excellent player. De Villiers with his 53 from 33 was the pick. Good performance also from Pite van Biljon with 45. So a score on the board, as AB has just said to you, and he'll wait to see how the wicket plays in the second half.
Now, interesting, he thinks it might be a touch better. I'm not so sure. I think it's going to get pretty much the same, if not a touch worse. Roberto, well, he bowled really quickly. Looked like he was in good rhythm today, as did Williams. Bowlers, well, they found it easy. And Ulufin maybe went for a few too many in the end, but they found it pretty easy on the wicket. That gave them a bit of assistance. Paul Pankiso was very good. His figures got spoilt a little bit by 20 off his last over, but an all-round decent bowling performance. Might be a touch disappointed, as they did have them 4 down to 10 overs out.
So just remember, the Stars haven't won a game this year, and they'll need 156 to win off 120 deliveries at just under 8 runs per over.
Really also just announced himself.
Beautifully bowled. The bails have actually come off. There was a slight noise. It was very soft, and he's just got the one bail off in the end. Bowler didn't even know it himself.
Yeah, he was unsighted for a while. And so a good line and length, it comes back sharply. And this is where Tom Curran will be thinking, well, has it gone over the stumps? No, it hasn't. It's hit the top of off, it's removed the bail, and a very, very good delivery. Goes in between bat and pad. You can't get better than that. With Reza Hendricks, you just turn around and go back. Gone without scoring, 1 for 1.
Leg side. This time he's got enough on it to get it to the boundary. Oh, a little bit of luck again. Made some room for himself. This time around gets an edge and down to the boundary for 4. 13 for 1. Short and powered away by Chris Gale. Straight down the ground. He has got a heavy bat and a lot of power behind it. Chris Gale has come out today to entertain the crowd. 6 into the wooden stands.
That shorter boundary today could take a peppering.
Just needed some bat on it, steered it straight, and he'll end an excellent over for the Stars. 18 from it, 33 for 1. Chris Gale finds another maximum. Could we see something special from the Universe boss?
You definitely could. 35 off 21. Back, and so is third. And Temba Babuma is also coming to the party. He says, I want a ticket to the show. I'm going to put it on a roof, and I'm going to pick up 6. After 5, it's 47 for 1.
Don't worry about restricting when Christopher Henry's in this form. Just chip for 6. A big danger. Out of the ground and on the golf course. And again, not the maximum, but a boundary. He keeps timing it. It needs to be in the golf course, never mind at mid-off. Got him. Held his nerve. And it's a massive wicket.
It is huge. Curran taking a bit of a pasting in this over, comes back, knocks Chris Gale over. Hitting a length, back of the hand. It's a great slower ball, it really is. Beats him for pace, a fantastic delivery. The Spartans, well, they really needed that wicket. They were getting blown away by Christopher Gale. 65 for 2.
Took that one straight off middle stump. He'll get a boundary for it. Took a risk, but they have to keep taking risks. Clubbed away. Boundary again.
Away to the leg side. It'll fall short, but in the end go for a boundary. There was a little bit of spin on it and away from the fielder, and he was looking into the sun as well. Driving. He knows the mid-on is up. He chooses the aerial route, and he'll get himself 4 and bring up the 100. Out towards mid-wicket and massive into the flats.
Well, that's Van Dissen's zone. He loves it.
Over the top. And he's going to start the over with a boundary. Trying to go down the ground again, and he does it successfully. What a start to the over, and what a start to his innings. In the air, hasn't got it at all. The field is in. Utuso Pamela at mid-on. And a wicket falls. Is this maybe a turning point?
Yeah, good tactics this. Morne Morkel coming around the wicket, running short to the long boundary. Didn't get it to Rassie van der Dussen. Top edge, easy catch, mid-on. A big wicket. This for Morne Morkel. It's 122 for 4.
A little bit of movement across his stumps, and he's exposed all of them. And interestingly enough, now Spartans could be bowling themselves back into this game. Getting the wicket of Tshwane.
Not sure it's the right option. Just come in. A little bit of an inside edge onto his stumps. Only way the Spartans can stay in the game is to take wickets. And they've taken another one, the 5th, 127 for 5.
Jason, smelling, tasting, and taking.
Ruler van der Merwe with a massive wicket for the Tshwane Spartans. Jock Snyman just looking to deflect it through the 45 fine leg area. Looked pretty straight. Massive wicket again for the Tshwane Spartans.
Well, he was down early. He looks at his bottom of his bat as well. But it's definitely straight enough. And it's the end of Snyman. Goes for 1. Stars in trouble. 128 for 6.
He tried to get him on strike, took a wonder, and he's gone. Jozi Stars in all sorts of trouble now.
Well, just a poor innings. In my eyes, this doesn't need to run up and try and hack it into the biggest part of the outfield. He just needs to work it into the leg side, get Dan Christian back on strike and take the heat out of the game. Poor shot, easy work for the captain, Henrik Klaassen. 7 down.
Yeah, interesting. Van Pangiso, experienced cricketer. He leaves, scored 2 of 7 balls, and the Jozi Stars 134 for 7.
Yes! With an offer. And a run out. Oh my goodness, Jozi Stars, what are you doing?
No wonder. Where do you look? It's not Dan Christian's fault. He didn't call the single. Rabada hit it straight at the fielder and was out by a country mile.
In this situation, Rabada could have just stayed on strike and allowed Dan Christian to take the first ball of the very next over. Interesting piece of cricket this by the Jozi Stars. Rabada leaves the Jozi Stars 134 for 8.
Has that come out the screws? No, it hasn't. The Tshwane Spartans. The Jozi Stars controlled the game throughout. And now when it matters, the Spartans have grabbed it with both hands. Dangerous man gone.
Well, he had to go for it. He had to take the gamble. He's watched wicket after wicket after wicket. It was a full delivery. Tried to go over the vacant deep mid-wicket. He gets it a little bit too straight. Simple catch.
The low full toss, the most underrated delivery in cricket at the moment. The big man, Dan Christian, goes for 17. And the Jozi Stars 135 for 9.
In the air, chipped. Where's that? It's gone, the Spartans! They've come into the Wanderers and got a victory.
What a win. That's what it means to the Spartans. A derby win. They lost here last year to the holders, the champs, the Jozi Stars. Despair in there. They cannot believe the position they were in, and they have lost by 20 runs.
The story of the Stars and how they went about trying to get these runs. 54, 35, 20, 17, and they gave it away. Those men were set, and then it was just a procession all the way down. 0, 1, 2, 0, 0, 0. 135 fall out.
The bowlers did well to get them back into the game. I thought Tom Curran started off beautifully by getting Reza Hendrickson, holding his nerve to Chris Gale, bowling the back of the hand slower ball. Henrik Klaassen led them well by bowling them out, but an unbelievable effort to get them back into the game. Tshwane Spartans with yet another win.
And so where does this put the Spartans? It puts them in 3rd position with 14 points. The team right at the top, the Giants, who have not lost the game and are playing fantastic cricket. Paul Rocks earlier today were fantastic in the field as well. The Blitz started really well. They're sort of in that mid part of the table. Durban Heat and the Jozi Stars have it all to do. The Mzansi Super League 2019 continues on the 27th of November, live at 3 o'clock local, well, 5 o'clock local time, 3 o'clock GMT. It's going to be the Nelson Mandela Bay Giants taking on the Paul Rocks, and that is going to be a humdinger. It's been a fantastic day here in Johannesburg. The weather was good, the cricket was good. Thank you for joining us, and until Wednesday, it's goodbye.